We're gonna be working on this dash here from an Ae86 Corolla. So it has these large cracks going through all throughout the dash. We're gonna be repairing all these cracks. So it's kind of a process to do this. I had about 260Z Dalton that I've done the same thing to. So it's a very tedious work, but at the end it's gonna be great results. I know what you guys are thinking. This thing looks ugly. And you guys are right, yep, it looks ugly. What was done here is we used this Dremel here with 120 grit, nothing too aggressive. And we went at it, all the cracks, every single little crack. So yeah, this thing looks really ugly. So ugly, makes you want to slap your mama. But don't slap her. No, I'm just kidding, I love my mama, I ain't gonna slap her. This is gonna look ugly, and the next process after this is gonna look even uglier, then it's gonna look really ugly, then it's gonna look really good, okay? End result. So we sanded all the cracks right here. We kind of had to bevel the edges, so the whole point of this was to make sure at the end we'll have a smooth transition all throughout here. So that way there's no peaks, there's no bevels going up, and at the end result, I'll tell you guys, it's gonna be excellent.
Hey, y'all remember this heater cord that we broke? Yeah, y'all were watching the episode too? Well, let me tell you what happened. We went to like 8 different places and nobody can fix this. Why? I don't know. So what I did was I went to Home Depot, I got me some Scotch tape and some super glue, and we're gonna go ahead and fix this right up. Not just kidding, we're gonna take a different approach. Something we've never done before in the history of automotive projects. And that is braze welding. I think that's what it's called. It's gonna be a dogfight. We're either gonna burn this whole shop down or we're gonna be heroes. Let's jump into it and see what happens. We're gonna go ahead and just pull this radiator core out. We're gonna be using MAP gas, that's right. So this is an upgrade from propane. So in order for these braze sticks to melt, it has to get over 760 degrees and it will start melting. Now propane will get you there just a little bit slower. We don't have that much time. If we can do it, you guys can do it. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. Ah.
The next step is gonna be the Bondo filling. So we're gonna use fiberglass Bondo. So we use fiberglass because it's flexible. So this is gonna be under heat inside the car and it's gonna expand and contract. So you don't wanna use anything that's not flexible, which is why we're going with fiberglass Bondo. We're gonna use it to fill in all the deep cracks, every single deep crack. And we're gonna use after that another layer of Bondo, but that's gonna be just to make sure it looks real smooth and clean, okay? Smooth and clean finish. So the next step is gonna be to fill in it with a fiberglass Bondo. This is some fiberglass Bondo. We're gonna be filling in these cracks. So we put the hardener in there, so this stuff's gonna be hardened up quick. Gotta press it into the cracks, just like that. Yeah, get in there, yeah. All right, so it's gonna look ugly at first, like really ugly. Right now, we ain't trying to make it look good. Right now, we're just trying to fill in cracks. So we're gonna fill in cracks wherever we can. You see how this stuff's already tacking up? Oh, shoot, man. Uh-oh. You see what happens when you don't lay this stuff fast enough? And that's how you learn. Let's try this again.
Gotta do it faster, Craig.
Faster. Oh, shit, all right. Whew. It's taking up quick. All right, just like that. We're gonna let it sit like that for a little bit. Let it harden. As you can see, there's still some imperfections. We might still have to go and throw a little bit more right on these corners here to create this line here all across. We're gonna go over it with something a little bit finer that you can actually sand down and really get the shape of it. This is just a rough draft. Came out pretty good. We're getting there.
Look at that. Those welds were built up nicely, so this thing will never break again. And I know some of y'all were asking, like, why even bother with the old 86 heater core? I'll tell you why, because I want to. Period. Yeah, so everybody's whoever's building the car, they have their own preference on how to do things, why they do things. Nobody's ever gonna understand. We're gonna throw right back into the car and start putting this whole thing right back together. So what you're looking at right here is actually a layer of flexible Bondo that we put on there. We're gonna go ahead and sand off this Bondo layer that we put on here, and yeah, we're gonna make some progress on that dashboard.
So we're finally done with the dash, and we are happy with the results. So what we ended up doing is we ended up going with our friends Polyvance, the padded dash filler that we use to smooth out the dash after we sanded it, and the results really good. So we ended up using most dashes for Ae86 are smooth. The texture is real smooth. We ended up doing something different. So we ended up doing like a textured kind of paint that we threw on here from our friends at SEM, the texture paint. So I think it hides, you know, a little bit of the imperfections pretty well, and it also gives it like a retro look, which we're pretty happy with. So a lot of guys ain't gonna be happy, but we're pretty happy with the results that came out in this dash. Now we're gonna put this thing back together and throw it on the car, okay? Literally. Check this out. This thing right here.
Yeah.
Your AC might have a little leak right here. It's from behind your dash. Look at this. That's
Dang it! It's ready to go inside. We put a new motor on here. We clean all the internals, and this bad boy is getting ready to be put to use. Here in Houston, we got 190-degree weather, so you need AC in the car. So we're gonna go ahead and slap this thing on and get it going. We're gonna go ahead and run these tubes through the firewall and try to get this whole thing connected. That way we can go ahead and start piecing up the whole interior AC unit and make some progression. But as you can see, it's back in there. We're gonna throw some bolts on there and keep making the progression. This thing was a hassle to get in and out. All right, guys, we got a pause notification. This is halftime, and this sponsor is brought to you by none other than my poor shoe. My brother has agreed that for every 100 likes, he's gonna donate $1 to the Buy Myself Some New Mechanic Shoe Foundation.
He needs it, please. He needs the shoes. Show him the rips again. Show him those holes.
Been struggling, look. For every 100 subscribers, he's gonna donate $1. Please talk. Please, guys, help me out. 100 subscribers, let's go. So y'all remember this rusted out, ugly looking bar that we restored? This thing looks good. So let's throw this thing right back on this car, looking even better than ever.
That's right.
Okay, this is perfect already on.
Yeah, buddy. Looking good.
Easy.
If you guys have the 86 Corolla or anything older in Toyota, they came with these miniature bulbs. Look at that, right there, bam. We ended up buying a replacement LED bulb. For anybody looking to upgrade those little small lights that go right there in your cluster, these are the ones that I bought right there. I'm gonna put the item number or part number in the description below. These are a great upgrade. Very quickly, I'm gonna show you guys just how bright they are. They're actually lighting up pretty well. It's gonna make your dash light up tremendously, especially from the old OEM light. All the light bulbs were dim out, so yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna take a moment to pause. I wanna give a shout out to 3 individuals whom I follow their pages, and they are inspiration to the 86 build that I have. The first one's gonna be my buddy, Rafael Rodriguez from Florida. This guy's always been super helpful, super informative. He has one of the cleanest K24 swaps I've seen. Now, another person is somebody that goes by the profile name Toyota Enjoyer. He's local here in Texas. I've taken the time to have a conversation with the guy. If you guys check out his page, he has built a phenomenal red and black two-tone Toyota Corolla hatchback, and he's got one of the cleanest beam swaps I've seen. Now, another person is profile named Kevin. This guy has a two-tone Panda Toyota Corolla hatchback, and this guy has one of the cleanest K24 swaps here in Texas that I've seen. I mean, this guy is so detailed on his build. It looks super clean. Everything is just to perfection. Thank you for also building such an amazing car and for leading the way, setting the example for those that are building their Toyota Corolla hatchback. Now back to my GTS Corolla. All right, so that carpet that you just saw, so we ended up just spray painting it. We bought some flexible upholstery paint. We're gonna put the link on there below, and we painted that thing and it looks phenomenal. That's just another way to save a couple $100 on a carpet, you know, by just using what you have and just spray painting, and save yourself a few $100 and it looks phenomenal. All right, guys, so we're gonna take a quick pause to assess something. If you guys are like most Americans right now, struggling to make ends meet, and you have a budget build in your garage that you are trying to finish, don't stop. Let me tell you why. So all the plastic panels and pieces that we have here in the car, we refurbished them. So we bought some sandpaper, we bought some plastic putty. If it had dents on them, we puttied it up, sanded it down, and sprayed it, and it looks phenomenal. I'm very satisfied with the results on this. So instead of making excuses and you just stop completely, don't do it. Take the budget-friendly route so that you can continue moving forward and progress on your build. I'm gonna put a chart of all the materials that I use and the pricing, just to let you guys know that it can be done on a very, very tight budget. That way you guys can continue to progress and you guys will be happy with the results. Never give up, continue progressing. Let's get back to this project. I know you guys saw these GTS seats that I have in here, and they are torn up, like beat up. So if you guys know anybody that is local here in Houston and that wants to collaborate, they do upholstery, you know, we're more than welcome to collaborate with them and get this thing done also while promoting their business, and we can work something out. But yeah, I want to get something as close as I can to the original material. I know I've heard a lot of stories of people that they look up left and right and they just cannot find anything to match the original material. So I want to get something close, and you know, I want to try to keep the original seats in here if possible. So yeah, just want to throw a little notation out there. All right, so as you can see, we've already made a lot of progress. We're putting the plastic panels back on here, and it's a lot of plastic panels, but it's already looking really, really good. It's coming together, and we're gonna continue with the progress. Just made a simple upgrade. These are the pedals from a Lexus IS250, I believe. But I mean, they just slip right on. These are like slip-on pedal caps, I guess. I don't know what you wanna call them. But they give the car an even better aggressive racing look. So IS250 Lexus, get them. All right, guys, so a while back, I already knew that this car was gonna get worked on, and I went ahead and purchased something for this 86 Corolla. I wanna show you guys the surprise that I got. Now this is 11 wheel, and this thing looks amazing. You can tell that whoever owned this wheel before really took care of it, and I'm excited. This, I think, is gonna enhance the look of the car. Some of you guys go with the Nardi steering wheel. It's one of the most common wheels I see on there, but man, I wanted to keep this as close to original as possible, and I went ahead and got this 11 wheel. I'm happy with it. It looks amazing, so let's go ahead and slap it on real quick. so we're almost done with the interior of the car. We were missing a few parts, a couple plus plastic panels, some visors, the rear view mirror is a little jacked up. So if you guys feel it in your heart that y'all want to donate, go ahead and hit me up on the DMs. I will give you my address and thank you personally.
All right, man, so this car looks phenomenal. I mean, it's not a brand new car, but it might as well be. I've been trying to get one since I was a little kid. To be able to get one and then start working on it is just a dream come true. We're gonna get this thing going. One of the things we haven't been able to do is maybe get this car cranked up. We did go ahead and get a brand new battery and we're gonna throw it in and see what we can expect from this engine even turning over. Like, we don't know nothing about the engine, the condition of it. We just basically bought a car that we love so much and we paid a price for it because we wanted to get our hands on it. Y'all know what it is, right? When y'all really want something and sometimes y'all overpay for it. See, some of y'all got me and some of y'all just tuned out. But yeah, let's go ahead and throw the battery in there and we're gonna see what kind of response we get from the engine. All right, let's go ahead and crank it up.